Some people drink too much, smoke, eat too much or eat too little, take drugs or gamble, and lose all of their money. They often do these things because they are addicts.
They didn't always behave like that. They were young, healthy and happy. Many had good jobs, nice houses, smart cars and stylish clothes.
Most had friends and family who loved them, but they felt empty inside. So they did things that made themselves feel better. Sometimes they did sensible things, like being kind to someone, and at other times they did silly things that hurt themselves and other people.
Grown-ups sometimes think that all they have to do to stop children becoming addicts is to love them, educate them, and to punish them if they do bad things. This doesn't work. Many children who become addicts are much loved, knew all about the dangers of alcohol, drugs, food, gambling, and other addictions, and had often been punished when they did bad things, but it didn't stop them.
Where does it all go wrong?
It doesn't. It's just the way some people are made. What can be done about it?
A lot. They can learn what to do to help themselves each day. How do we know who might be addicts?
By looking at the way they behave with their addiction. Addicts all tend to behave in the same way in their addiction. They always have it on their minds. They often use it by themselves. They use it to make themselves feel different. They use it as a medicine. They don't want to lose any of it. Once they start to use it in any day, they usually go on and on. They can use lots more than other people, but don't seem to get hurt. They go on using it even if they do get hurt by it.
Most of all, they don't think they have a problem. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. Not me. They think life is unfair, and they blame everyone else except themselves. It's his fault. It's her fault. It's their fault. It's your fault. It isn't my fault. Let's see if we can stop this before it begins to go wrong. One idea seems wrong, but may in fact be right. Addicts are born different in some ways. One, they come from a family of addicts of one kind or another. Two, they feel separate from other people. Three, they had big mood swings, feeling right at one time and right down the next. Four, they try to control everything with reasons and excuses. Five, they are easily upset. Six, they are easily bored.
They often feel lonely, angry, sad, misunderstood, picked on, and resentful.
They sometimes stop doing the things that they once enjoyed doing with other people, and they don't do as well at school as they did before. They get into trouble, and they pick new friends who also get into trouble.
If you like this, you need to learn about addiction before you get into trouble. Some children have to learn about deafness, or blindness, or disabilities, or diabetes, or asthma, or other illnesses, so they can be comfortable and happy and not have problems from their disease.
You have to learn about the inner loneliness of addiction so that you can be comfortable and happy and not have problems in the future. This book is for you, to help you. This book is also about me. I am like you. I used to feel empty inside. Then I used to eat too much, spend too much, smoke and gamble. And I worked too hard to try to make myself feel better. It didn't help. None of it helped. I felt worse.
There are lots of people like you and me. Addicts very like each other in one particular way. Our brakes don't work very well. In any day, once we start to do some things, we find it very difficult to stop. That's why we drink too much, gamble, eat too much, or too little, go on smoking cigarettes, or using drugs, or doing other damaging things. Eventually, we lose control. Other people can control these things, but we can't. We try to, and sometimes we can, but not always. And then we go too far, and then we get hurt again. Then we try very hard to control ourselves and use our willpower, and we may even stop for a long time. We'll get angrier and angrier and angrier. So now we don't start, and we take certain steps to keep us happy. No alcohol, cigarettes, caffeine, sugar and white flour. No drugs, gambling, tablets that change how we feel. We have to learn to do things for the right reasons. We work to make things and earn money. We shop and spend only for the things we need. We take only enough exercise to keep us healthy. We don't do these things for other reasons, just to change how we feel, or to think we're better than other people.
Now, if you're like us, it would be nice if you learnt not to do silly things like we did, and not get a lot of pain like we did.
Learn to say no to things that might hurt you. No alcohol, cigarettes, caffeine. No sugar and white flour, drugs, gambling. And learn to say yes to things that are really fun.
Then there's one more thing. We make special friends with other people who are like us, but who do not do silly things anymore. These friends make us feel good, and we don't feel empty inside anymore. And we do 3 things that remind us each day of what we really believe in. 1. Trust God, any God, or at least something like nature or love, that is bigger than you or me. Remember, you and I didn't make the world, and we get into a bad mess when we don't listen to good people.
Be honest and don't cheat. Be willing to learn, be kind, especially if we have hurt someone. They have to learn to be responsible for what they do. When they want us to talk to them, we simply tell them, 1. What life used to be like for us. This shows them that we're like them. 2. What we did to change our own behaviour. This shows them that change is possible. And 3. How happy we are now. This shows them that they can also be happy. When we spread happiness in the world, we are happy too.
The end.